Professor Samuel Hawthorne was a man of peculiar habits and insatiable curiosity. His reputation as a brilliant but eccentric scholar had spread far and wide, earning him both admiration and skepticism from his peers. Nestled deep within the heart of the Mississippi River, in the small town of St. Jude, Professor Hawthorne found solace in the pursuit of knowledge. It was on a gloomy autumn day that fate intervened, leading Professor Hawthorne to a discovery that would change his life forever. As he made his way through the dimly lit corridors of the town's historical society, his eyes fell upon a dusty, forgotten door at the end of a long hallway. Intrigued, he reached for the brass handle and turned it with a creak. The room beyond was filled with a musty scent of aged paper and the soft glow of sunlight filtering through the cracks in the wooden shutters. Cobwebs clung to the corners, and shelves lined with forgotten artifacts and dusty tomes stood as silent witnesses to the passage of time. As Professor Hawthorne's eyes scanned the room, they fell upon a stack of weathered manuscripts tucked away in a corner. His heart quickened with anticipation, for he knew that hidden within these ancient pages lay the potential for profound insights into the mysteries of the world. With trembling hands, he carefully lifted the topmost manuscript from the pile. Its leather cover was worn and cracked, its pages yellowed with age. Strange symbols adorned its surface, their meaning lost to time. The professor's eyes widened with excitement as he realized that he had stumbled upon a treasure trove of forgotten knowledge. Unfazed by the dust that danced in the air, Professor Hawthorne settled into a worn armchair beside a flickering fireplace. He opened the manuscript, its pages crackling with anticipation. The language that greeted his eyes was unlike anything he had ever seen before, a cryptic code that whispered of ancient civilizations and lost wisdom. Days turned into nights as Professor Hawthorne immersed himself in the enigmatic text. His obsession grew with each passing moment, as he deciphered the intricate symbols and pieced together the fragments of a forgotten language. The manuscript became his sole focus, his reason for being. As he delved deeper into the manuscript, Professor Hawthorne's mind became a labyrinth of possibilities and unanswered questions. What secrets did these pages hold? What mysteries would he uncover? The thirst for knowledge burned within him, driving him to unravel the enigma of the ancient manuscript. But as the professor's passion grew, so did the weight of responsibility. He knew that the knowledge contained within these pages had the power to transform society, to push humanity towards enlightenment. It was a burden he willingly carried, for he believed with every fiber of his being that knowledge could triumph over ignorance. And so, with the discovery of the ancient manuscript, Professor Samuel Hawthorne embarked on a perilous journey. A journey that would test his intellect, challenge his beliefs, and pit him against the forces of ignorance that sought to keep the world in darkness. Little did he know that this journey would lead him down a path fraught with danger and intrigue, where the battle between knowledge and ignorance would reach its peak. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and Professor Hawthorne was determined to ensure that knowledge would prevail. In the small town of St. Jude, nestled deep within the heart of the Mississippi River, a brilliant scholar had stumbled upon an ancient manuscript. The enigma of its pages would unravel the secrets of the past and shape the destiny of the future. The stage was set, and the battle between knowledge and ignorance was about to begin. The moon shone brightly over the small town of St. Jude, casting an ethereal glow upon the cobblestone streets. Professor Samuel Hawthorne, his eyes weary from hours of deciphering the enigmatic manuscript, stepped out of his study and into the cool night air. The weight of the ancient text pressed upon his mind, fueling his determination to uncover its secrets. As he walked through the deserted town, the echoes of his footsteps resonated in the silence. The manuscript had become an obsession, a puzzle that consumed his every waking thought. Its cryptic symbols and ancient language held the promise of unlocking the mysteries of the universe, and Hawthorne was determined to unravel its enigma. With each passing day, the text revealed references to long-lost civilizations, forgotten wisdom, and hidden treasures. Hawthorne's excitement grew, his belief in the manuscript's power strengthening with every revelation. He knew that he was on the verge of something extraordinary, something that could change the course of history. But as Hawthorne delved deeper into the manuscript, he realized that he was not alone in his pursuit. Whispers of his discoveries had reached the ears of a shadowy organization known as the Brotherhood of Ignorance. They believed that knowledge was a dangerous weapon, one that could disrupt the delicate balance of society. And they were determined to keep the secrets of the manuscript hidden. One evening, as Hawthorne sat in his study, surrounded by ancient tomes and maps, a knock echoed through the room. Startled, he rose from his chair and cautiously opened the door. Standing before him was a mysterious figure, cloaked in darkness. "Professor Hawthorne," the figure spoke, their voice shrouded in secrecy. "You have stumbled upon something that is not meant for mortal eyes. The knowledge contained within that manuscript is dangerous, and it is our duty to protect humanity from its power." Hawthorne's eyes narrowed, his curiosity piqued. "And who are you to decide what knowledge should be revealed?" he retorted. The figure stepped forward, the moonlight revealing a glimpse of their face. "We are the Brotherhood of Ignorance," they said, their voice tinged with a mix of arrogance and conviction. "We believe that ignorance is bliss, and that the world is not ready for the truths that lie within that ancient text." A surge of defiance coursed through Hawthorne's veins. He had spent his life pursuing knowledge, challenging the boundaries of human understanding. He could not stand idly by and let the Brotherhood suppress the truth. With a determined glint in his eyes, Hawthorne declared, "I will not be swayed by your misguided beliefs. The world deserves to know the secrets hidden within this manuscript. And I will stop at nothing to ensure that knowledge triumphs over ignorance." The figure's eyes narrowed, their lips curling into a sinister smile. "Very well, Professor Hawthorne. But be warned, the path you have chosen is fraught with danger. The Brotherhood will stop at nothing to protect their ideals." Undeterred, Hawthorne gathered his belongings, his mind set on the journey ahead. He knew that he would face countless challenges and obstacles, but he was prepared to confront them head-on. The manuscript held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe, and he would not rest until its secrets were revealed. As he stepped out into the night, a sense of purpose filled his heart. The battle between knowledge and ignorance had begun, and Professor Samuel Hawthorne was ready to fight. With each step he took, he moved closer to the truth, closer to uncovering the enigma of the ancient manuscript. The sun rose over the horizon, casting a golden glow upon the town of St. Jude. Professor Samuel Hawthorne, his resolve unyielding, prepared himself for the battle that lay ahead. The Brotherhood of Ignorance had revealed themselves, and Hawthorne knew that he must gather allies and use his wit and knowledge to outsmart them. With the manuscript securely tucked under his arm, Hawthorne made his way to the town's library, a sanctuary of knowledge. There, he sought the assistance of the librarian, a wise and resourceful woman named Margaret. "Margaret," Hawthorne began, his voice filled with urgency. "The Brotherhood of Ignorance is determined to suppress the knowledge contained within this manuscript. We must gather a group of like-minded individuals to help us in our fight." Margaret's eyes widened with understanding. She had long suspected that there were forces at work, seeking to keep the world in the dark. "I know just the people," she replied, her voice filled with determination. "There are scholars, historians, and philosophers in this town who have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of knowledge. They will join us in this battle." And so, Hawthorne and Margaret set out to recruit their allies. They visited the homes and offices of those who had shown a thirst for knowledge, sharing with them the secrets of the ancient manuscript and the danger posed by the Brotherhood of Ignorance. One by one, the scholars and intellectuals pledged their support, ready to fight for the truth. With their team assembled, Hawthorne and his allies gathered in the basement of the town's historical society, the very place where he had discovered the manuscript. The room was filled with maps, artifacts, and books, a testament to the rich history of St. Jude. As they pored over the manuscript, deciphering its cryptic symbols and ancient language, a plan began to take shape. They would expose the Brotherhood's true intentions, revealing their desire to keep the world in ignorance. But they knew that the battle would not be won with words alone. Hawthorne's mind raced, searching for a way to outsmart the Brotherhood. And then, it came to him. He remembered a hidden passage, mentioned in the manuscript, that led to a secret chamber beneath the town. It was said to contain a revelation so profound, it had the potential to reshape the world. With renewed determination, Hawthorne and his allies set out to find the hidden passage. They navigated a labyrinth of tunnels, their footsteps echoing in the darkness. Finally, they arrived at a massive stone door, covered in ancient symbols. Hawthorne placed his hand on the door, feeling a surge of energy course through his veins. He spoke the words inscribed in the manuscript, and the door creaked open, revealing a chamber bathed in a soft, ethereal light. As they entered the chamber, their eyes widened in awe. It was filled with ancient artifacts, scrolls, and books. each containing a piece of the puzzle that had eluded them for so long. And at the center of it all, a pedestal holding a single, illuminated manuscript. Hawthorne approached the pedestal, his heart pounding with anticipation. He carefully opened the manuscript, his eyes scanning the pages. And there, in elegant script, was the ultimate revelation. The truth was so profound, so awe-inspiring, that it took Hawthorne's breath away. It was a truth that had the power to unite humanity, to bridge the gap between knowledge and ignorance. It was a truth that could change the world. But as Hawthorne turned to share the revelation with his allies, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was the leader of the Brotherhood of Ignorance, his eyes filled with malice. "You have come too far, Hawthorne," the figure sneered. "But your journey ends here." Hawthorne's allies stood by his side, their resolve unshaken. They had come too far to let the Brotherhood succeed. In a thrilling climax, Hawthorne and his allies engaged in a battle of wits and strength. They fought with the knowledge they had acquired, using their intellect to outsmart their adversaries. The chamber echoed with the clash of swords and the crackle of ancient magic. As the battle raged on, Hawthorne's determination grew stronger. He knew that the fate of humanity hung in the balance. With one final stroke, he struck down the leader of the Brotherhood, his sword piercing through the darkness. The battle between knowledge and ignorance had reached its peak, and Hawthorne emerged victorious. He turned to his allies, a sense of triumph and relief washing over him. "We have done it," he declared, his voice filled with conviction. "We have triumphed over ignorance. The truth contained within this manuscript will be known to the world." And so, Hawthorne and his allies emerged from the secret chamber, ready to share the revelation with humanity. The battle had been won, but the war against ignorance would continue. Armed with knowledge, they would strive to enlighten the world, to ensure that the pursuit of truth would always prevail. As the sun set over the town of St. Jude, a new era began. The enigma of the ancient manuscript had been unraveled, and the world would never be the same again.